Good grief. I'm going to go ahead and get out of MBIO full, actually, here. So that we can go ahead and go through the scan. I'm not distracted by it. I can always play it again later. So I'm out of MBIO at 41.50 for my 26-cent entry. And now I'm going to go over the gappers here that we've got. Hold on, just close the window over here. Let's see, which window did I close? There we go. Okay. Let's see. Would it be too late? Yeah, it's a little too late. So, little rule of thumb for those of you that might be new. 2 questions that will always let you know an instant answer. If you ever ask, is it too late for something? It's too late for something, right? If you have to ask if it's too late, it's definitely too late because obviously you're asking if it's too late because it's already made a move. So if you ever ask if it's too late, it's definitely too late. And if you ever ask, is this a good buy or is it a good time to buy? That is also, invalid. Don't even bother. So both of those questions, just keep that in mind. If you're asking it, it's probably too late. But MBIO is just crazy. It's up 232% this morning. We played it from 26 cents to 43 cents. And now I do want to watch it again into the open as well. I'm no longer in this. Trade my plan. My target here was 40 cents. So I got that move. I got out. I'm not getting greedy. But if I do see something later that I want to play, then we can always look to play it again later. It's a nice look as well if you can get up over 44 cents, which just tested there off the highs at 43 before we found a big seller. But I wouldn't mind watching this one today over 44 cents. You do have range again at that point up into the 55s. Over that, you've got range all the way to about 80 cents. So do I think you're going to get that today? Probably not. But it could give us at least some incentive over those highs to see if we can't maybe play it out of the open today. Either that, you can watch it off 44, or just see where it wants to base going into the open today, which at this point obviously would not be touching it up here, but we can maybe pay pullbacks off of 31 cents. So MBIO, either watch over 44 or watch it off of 31. Those are your 2 options here. I don't see much other option here on MBIO aside from those 2. But either way, you can keep an eye on it that way. We played it here from 26 to about 41.50 on my end there. So that's MBIO, top gapper of the morning. Definitely crazy stuff. Let's see. You don't trust any of the pullbacks? Yeah, don't up here. There's no incentive left. There was one dip to 27. Yep, it dipped back to entry about once or twice after the alert was posted, and then after that it was just gone. But keep in mind though, I give the exact entry that I'm taking, I give the stop loss, I give the range. So if you guys pull up a setup and it says like MBIO, for example, I'm in at 26, risking 23 for the range to 35 and 40. If you look at the stock and it's at 35 cents, yeah, it's probably not a good entry. So your risk to reward is not too logical there. So make sure that it makes sense before you ever look to enter anything here. So let's see. We also had SCNI this morning. Let me get both of these posted up on the recap before I lose track. So morning recap, we've had SCNI and MBIO. SCNI we had from 540 to 640s. And MBIO we had from 26 to 41.50. Good stuff. But so on Friday we had 7 trades. Awesome day. Biggest day of the week. It was just nuts, which Tuesday was a really big day for us last week too. Both of them were 100% win rate days with about 7 trades. So big day on Friday for us. We actually only traded for about 30 minutes and then we were done for the day. For today, I would like to trade until maybe 10:45 or so, depending on how active the morning is. We'll see, but it is a Monday though. And keep in mind the market's closed on Wednesday. So I would keep trading to not a minimum this week, but a little bit lesser than you typically would. I would maybe size down a little bit too, just because volume may start to teeter off into Wednesday. It's kind of weird to have the market closed in the middle of the week, but it is a holiday, so just keep that in mind too. It's Juneteenth on Wednesday, so market is closed. So I'm probably going to be trading with a little bit lesser size again this week. Not half size or anything, but a little bit lesser size to just risk off a little bit and trade a little bit more picky this week as well, just like last week. But aside from that, should be a good week, hopefully. TRNR, I don't like. Let me get all of these on my screen real quick. I've only got one chart up, and I don't want to miss what MBIO is doing in case it presents another opportunity for us. Okay, got it pulled up. Let's see. So KevBot, the best thing you can do when it comes to using Discord alerts, if you're not actively trading, obviously you're probably not going to catch them, right? If you're not actively trading or you're not watching the market, you're probably not going to catch them. You know, if you're out, working or something and you get an alert, you still have to take your phone out. You got to pull up the app and say, okay, let's look at this. Then you got to pull up the chart, right? So if you're not actively watching charts, which you should be, then it's going to be hard to catch. That's why the live stream is so important. And the reason why the live stream is so much easier is because you're all actively watching. So if you're not actively watching the markets whenever an alert comes through, it'll be kind of hard sometimes if they are quicker moving. But aside from that, if you miss it, watch for pullbacks, right? Watch for pullbacks. So MBIO actually pulled back to entry several minutes after the alert actually went out. So it was posted at, let's see, what time was it posted? 8:40. So the alert was posted at 8:40. It actually pulled back to entry at 8:49. All right, it pulled back to entry at 8:49. It hadn't hit my targets yet. It still had range to the upside. So it actually pulled back at 8:49, about 9 minutes after the alert went out. It actually pulled back. So you can always watch for pullback entries. SCNI also pulled back to entry a few times before it ended up making a move too. So watch for pullbacks. Trying to get the exact entry, it's probably going to be kind of hard. Yeah, that's kind of hard. But you can always watch for pullbacks to that entry area. But trying to get the exact time that I get, yeah, that's the hard part. And I would say close to impossible. So you can just watch for pullbacks going forward. All right, so we're going to be watching. I don't like SCNI anymore today, but I do still like MBIO today. ORTMT. You got in MBIO at 26 cents. You sold the rest at 42, made $772, and you're done for the day. Well, good grief. Good for you, brother. That is awesome. Let's see. So really the main gapper this morning, and obviously we want to watch TSM too. This is nuts. TSM was on watch list on Friday. I do want to watch this today. It's a bit extended in pre-market, and this is kind of crazy. It's already up 4% this morning. Wouldn't mind watching it this morning out of the open over 178.70 though. MU also up big this morning. Price target raised to 170 by Bank of America on MU. Wow. This was also on last night's watch list, which I wanted to watch pullback entries on this today, but I wouldn't mind playing it to the upsides. We'll watch this in a minute. I will come back to that just because it's on the nightly watch list. So we'll come back to that and see if there might be a way to play that there. But TSM looks good over the highs, 178.70 out of the bell today. And of course, MBIO is our top small cap watch. There's not a whole lot of small cap action this morning. We had SCNI early. I don't really care for that right now. Unless it can hold off of like $6, we might be able to play it again. For the move back up into the sevens, but that's the only way that I can see playing that either is over 6. Pushing you towards being at your PC instead of the phone. Yeah, don't. If you have the option to trade on a PC, do not pick the phone over a PC. I hate trading on a phone. It is just, it's not the same. It is just not the same. Let's see. Yeah, there's not too many gappers. We've got 2 that I love, or 3 that I could say I love. I like TSM, MU, MBIO, and SCNI maybe. SCNI is a major maybe over 580. All right, so as far as gappers go, there's not as many as I would have thought, but we still have some good opportunities. So let me pull up the nightly watch list real quick and we can go through that. All right, so we got SMCI to look at on the nightly watch list. I'm assuming this also gapped up with MU this morning. It looks like it did. The issue with that is I wanted to play SMCI to the downside, and by saying that, I mean I want to play it off 812 today. That's not going to happen. So I'm not even going to plan for SMCI today. I don't like playing it to the upside. So I wanted to play a nice big pullback today, and unfortunately I don't think I'm going to get that. So I'm going to watch my MU and my TSM instead. Oracle, I did want to watch today for a potential swing. I want to watch this off 133. We're at 138, so that's kind of a significant pullback as well. It might not be valid until tomorrow, but we can still look at it anyways. We want to watch this off of 133 today on Oracle. YMU down to 136. So that was the plan last night. That's not the plan this morning. That was the plan before this move in pre-market. Maybe Amazon. I can't trade shares on Amazon only because it's not volatile enough to make it worthwhile. Let's see. MU I do like today, though. I'm not going to, like I said earlier, I'm going to change my plan. Because this plan was before this move in pre-market, which obviously was unexpected. As far as how I like it today, I don't know. It's a little bit less clean than TSM is setup-wise. TSM, I mean, you can just see the defined level of risk there, but it's kind of hard for me to say how I like this. I definitely would be watching TSM into the open today, though. It's a good look. That's going to be, like we said earlier, over 178.70 on TSM. Yeah, that's a really nice look on TSM. Nice volume as well. MU, I don't know. I mean, you can watch it over PM highs, but I don't love it as much as I like TSM. TSM is just a much better look. We're going to put to be determined next to MU. They're both really similar setups, breaking up through 52-week highs, but I just think TSM is a much cleaner setup here. So if you want something to watch, TSM looks really good over those pre-market highs. About 10 minutes until the bell, too. We have Apple to watch today. Apple we wanted to watch off the dips as well. This was a massive one last week. I wanted to watch it over 206.50. Again, I don't necessarily want to play it over 206.50, but that's kind of like my max line in the sand. If it breaks below 206.50, I don't care to look at it anymore. But I do want to watch Apple off of dips today for further upside. Again, I'm not expecting it to tap 206.50, but that is like my absolute max bottom dollar that I needed to hold above. LGVN we wanted to watch today over 410. I don't believe this is going to happen today. No, it's not. Big old knife there, so we're not going to be playing LGVN today, unfortunately. I was kind of looking forward to it, too. ASTS we also have to watch today. And that is going to be over 1033. So we've got a healthy list for the morning. MBIO looks like it's going to be our main watch, though. And we already have a nice trade on this morning as well for an awesome, awesome play. And I think I want to watch it into the open. It's the main gapper here. I think I definitely want to be watching for a play into the bell. So I'm going to watch it for a second, see if it sets up for me here. But I wouldn't mind maybe taking a curl off of VWAP into the bell. Playing with some profits from the first trade. First trade was from 26 to 41.50. So a pretty big win there on MBIO. More than 50%. You know, more than 50%. So curious to see if we can't play this again going into the bell, depending on entry. So look for some dips on MBIO. I'm going to be watching dips pretty heavily into the low 37s. Max risk off of VWAP at 32.50. Definitely one of the top ones to be watching into the bell today. So again, MBIO is top watch into the bell. All right, so we've got roughly 7 minutes until the bell. And again, this all set up here on MBIO, looking for a little move back up into the open. From those little dips down into the 37s here, that is your top watch. TSM is going to be the main watch right after that. But we're pretty much ready for the bell here. We've got quite a few setups. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 setups. I feel like TRNR might be one we end up watching today too, but as of right now, I don't like it. There's no reason to be watching it right now, but if it does set up later, we'll be here waiting for it. That is on TRNR. It's opening strong, but volume's a little bit light here. But make sure your focus is in the right spot, which is SCNI, MBIO, and TSM. So we shall see what MBIO wants to do into the open here. She's starting to try to curl. Just trying to get this little curl into the open, then we can probably play it again after the bell as well. About 5 minutes until the open. Again, top watches, MBIO, SCNI, and TSM. All right, those of you on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and shut down here for y'all streams until the bell here. We're going to get started over here on Discord now from 9 to 11 or 9:30 to 11. So make sure to join over there. Claim your 7-day free trial. So far this morning, starting up more than 70% overall. But we've also got a new trade here on MBIO to take into the open as well with a very small size to play with profits. But have a good day. Hope you guys have a awesome Green Monday. And I will see you guys later. Link in bio. Peace, guys.